Hi everyone, it's Psychic Medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess, and I hope everyone is doing great out there. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing with all of you a message from the angels. And this is something that I also do. I offer this to clients. And the readings that I give, most of them are channeled messages. The channeling that I do is a form of automatic writing. However, I also receive a lot of things direct as well. And today's message is going to be a series of both. And I really hope that you can take something from it, that people out there will resonate with it. If you don't resonate with it, that's fine. If you only resonate with some of it, then that part was meant for you to hear. But this is just a general message for the public. I can offer you really detailed messages that are just personalized for you if you go to theparanormalpriestess.com. But I really felt very strongly about sharing messages with the public, and perhaps this can guide you. So without further ado, let me get into the message. First of all, I'm going to call upon the golden light to protect everyone who is listening to this message right now. And I'm asking for the angels to protect us. And I'm also asking for Archangel Gabriel to give clear messages. So that way I am clearly giving you the message and you are clearly receiving it in the highest way possible for yourself, for your highest good. I'm asking that Archangel Michael protect all of us with his blue light, his blue sword. And I'm asking that the violet light, the purple light, bring us to our highest vibration so that we can all connect together with absolute spiritual power and spiritual connection. So we're going to connect all of us with our highest selves through this violet light. Okay. So the message overall that I was getting for everyone at this time is about manifestation. Now, so many of you have been going through very difficult phases, a lot of really big changes, a lot of really big shifts, and a lot of them have kind of really knocked you off balance. The angels talk about that, about emotional balance, and that was something that a lot of you had to work on. Especially lately, I get that some things that perhaps you felt like you have already addressed kind of came back kind of tenfold for you, and you had to go through this entire process of letting go, releasing, or purging. They really brought these old emotions to the surface again. I get a lot of it for you has been a lot of inner child related situations where perhaps you were hurt as a child. Perhaps the dynamic with your parents has been something that has affected you and affected your relationships. And this was something was coming up, perhaps old relationships, old marriages, things of that nature, where you felt like you were over it and you felt like that you really made peace with it, but it came up again, and it was kind of this last thing to release. They're letting you know that you, at this time, have all the mental and emotional tools necessary to bring what you wish for into reality. This desired reality, they're saying, is definitely supported by the divine at this time. There is a lot of light codes coming in now, a lot of downloads that are supporting the actual physical manifestation of everything that you've been working on inwardly. So all the inward stuff, I understand, has been really difficult, and for some of you, it has been taking a very long time. But they want to just, confirm that this was necessary. This was necessary. This was divine preparation. It was for your growth, for your understanding. And so that way, everything that comes into manifestation will work out in harmony. So that has been something that has been concerning many of you. But not to worry, because everything is being supported now in terms of bringing all of that that you wish into physical reality. So they also talk to a lot of you about falling into the traps of sadness and self-pity and self-doubt. And this is something that's been happening, especially like within the last month or so, that many of you, I feel, have been getting a lot of these messages. They're saying you have been getting these messages that you are to make these very big changes in your life, and that was pretty scary for you. And it's like you took those steps, some of you took those steps forward, only to find it, kind of difficult, and that there were a lot of people around your space, whether it was family or friends, who were judgmental about the types of changes that were happening, with you, the types of changes that you were making. It seemed like it was out of character for them, and they weren't understanding you. It's kind of like, well, who are you now? What are you doing? And they're saying that, for many of you, it's that you were starting to understand that the work that you were doing was not bringing you joy. The 9-to-5 job, just being really confined into the world's type of mold, it just was not working for you anymore. You were waking up spiritually, and you were realizing that you were meant for an actual spiritual purpose. So if that work that you were doing used to bring you joy, all of a sudden it wasn't any longer, or it never brought you joy, and you were able to just do what you needed to do, of course, in order to pay the bills and all of that. And but it's like you're unable to do that anymore. It is not serving you. It's too much on you inside, and it's just really time for you. And some of you, yes, have made those changes. You took those steps. I'm getting a lot of you out there are partaking in self-employment, and there's been excitement about that in the beginning, because it was like, wow, this is great. I'm taking the steps. I'm doing what I have been guided to do. And then you kind of ran into some struggles with it. You felt like perhaps you weren't doing the right things, or you weren't making the right decisions in regards to it. You thought that it was maybe going to be a little farther than it was, but it wasn't. And you also, again, you had to come across a lot of different judgments from friends, from family, whoever, of wondering, what are you doing? And are you making the wrong decisions with what you're doing with your life? And, it's been a lot of intensity, some fear-based thoughts there. But what they're saying with the good news is they want you to release all of those fear-based thoughts in regards to the physical manifestation of your life purpose. So they are wanting to say this loud and clear to everyone who's listening to this, that they are supplying you with every single resource, with every single thing that you need at this time. It's there. The divine support is there. This is meant to happen for you because this is who you're meant to be here. So the only job that you have is to let go of these fear-based thoughts. Really put all your positivity behind it, trust, and then you are going to see a lot of things shift. You are going to have that really high vibration, that high energy, which is going to attract people, attract clients. And they're saying right now, don't do this life purpose or this work out of the need to make money. Now, I know some people out there are going, what do you mean? Like, I need money to survive. Yes, I understand that. We do understand. We do require that to buy what we need here. However, they want you to just focus on the passion of giving to others. This is what I'm getting really strongly from them. They want you to focus on that. By focusing on the service, this will automatically let your angels, your spiritual team in the universe know that You are doing this out of your heart center, not out of your ego, but out of your heart center, out of love, of giving that love to others in a service. And because of that, the divine will support you and supply you with the abundance that you require to live. They will help you. The divine support is here. So keep that in mind for anyone who's been feeling very frustrated lately with taking the steps, or perhaps some of you have not taken the steps yet and are really afraid of what people are going to think of you. Very strongly, the angelic support is saying now is the time. Now is definitely the time where things are no longer going to stay in just the dream state. They are coming in and they're going to be concrete reality. So that's very, very important. So don't let fear block your dreams. Do not let that fear block you at all. That is all ego. The next thing too is has to do with embracing the self. Okay, yeah, there are many of you who are having some issues with self-love and self-acceptance. Again, it's because things have been really accelerated in terms of, a lot of light coming in, a lot of light codes, and that triggers the release. So a lot of these things coming up. So self-acceptance and self-love for a lot of you out there has been something that has been an issue for a while, but now you're really feeling the urgency. If I had to really give a feeling to what the angels are giving me right now, it's this sense of urgency, that it's urgent that you partake in self-nurturing and self-care, self-love, self-acceptance. It's urgent that you start stepping into your life purpose, or for those of you who have, to believe in it and trust in it and don't give up on it. Again, a sense of urgency with the manifestation process. So now we are more so focusing on the physicality of all this, whereas, say, a year ago, we were focused more on the inner work. It was all about the inner work. There is, of course, still some inner work left, but not that much. For many of you who've been on the path, there is some inner work left, like the self-love and self-acceptance. But the true focus here, again, manifestation. So old patterns, old judgments of self, the old molds of society, that's up for dismantling. So many of you have a life purpose, a mission that is going to be, taking down the old paradigm. It's going to be taking down the old templates and creating new templates. So everything that has been thrown at us for, to live by, everything from the media to, government, to all these different things, every single thing is going to be addressed in terms of bringing everything into the golden age. We are now in this golden age. So all of these old paradigms no longer can last. Okay, change is definitely here. Anything that has been the norm that we have been programmed with, the angels are definitely letting us know that now is the time. Again, the urgency of the change, the manifested change, heart-centered. Okay, so about the support, you're getting supported. Okay, the other message that I'm definitely supposed to share with you guys has to do with those who are within the twin flame dynamic. They did mention this. The twin flame dynamic also is coming into physicality, or what would be referred to as union. So there are many of you out there who are aware of who your twin flame is. And you've been working at this for a long time in terms of inner work, which is fantastic, and the angels are definitely very happy. I'm very excited that you guys have been committed. This is, for some of you, it's taken several years. There's been a lot of back and forth dancing, disappointments and doubts, and working on yourself, and a lot of tears and emotions, and all of those sorts of things. And you came to a lot of points where you felt like you wanted to just give up, or you felt like, I just, you know what, I can't even do this anymore. I just can't. Because it's been a long stretch. It's been a really long stretch for you guys. You know, I'm a twin flame myself. For those of you who don't realize that, I have been on this journey for several years as well. It's come with its struggles. It's come with its definite challenges. However, it's definitely come with gifts too. You know, even though the union had, for those who are in separation, like myself, the twin flame connection is still there, and has still led so many of you, including myself, into life purpose, into understanding more about yourself, what you're here for. It's really been inspirational, and it's really, you know, encouraged you to get out there and go ahead and do what you were meant to do, and to help people. So no matter what, even with those struggles, it's really brought so many gifts. At this time, they are really saying that these unions absolutely are happening now. They are. It is not a pipe dream. It is not a fantasy. For those of you who have been on this journey, who have been doing the inner work, who are very tired, who have struggled with it, who have been taking the steps, who have been trying their best to, you know, set forth and do their life purpose. It's not for nothing. I know there's a lot of exhausted people out there, and the angels just want to let you know that these unions at this time are very much needed on the earth plane. Yes, I know some of you out there have questioned whether or not this was going to come into physical reality, and there were times that you absolutely said to yourself, I don't know if this is meant for me now. I just don't know. But the angels just want to let these people know that you're going to see some really interesting things happening now. There's so much in terms of divine orchestration that's happening now, and the angels are 100% working on this, working behind the scenes, and they are now giving you very concrete steps, concrete guidance in order to usher twin flames into physical union. So the focus, again, manifestation. For those of you who use the tarot, I use it as a meditation tool, the magician, all focused on the physicality of things. And this is great news, because this is what everyone has been working towards. Now, it's not only about twin flame unions, it's about unity with self. That's what they're giving me, and unity in terms of world unity. So it's unity across the board, manifested unity. So this heart living, this all the work that you've done on your heart is now spreading out into the world. It's meant to spread out. It's meant to affect people. It's meant to transmute. It's meant to change things and shift things. So these major changes are happening. They're upon us. Release any disappointments due to your past, especially twin flames out there. Any disappointments, anything like that. Disappointments or feeling lack, focusing on the separation. No, it's not going to attract you into union. And because you're so divinely supported now, the best advice that the angels are giving is to stay within that positivity, within that love, within the gifts that this journey has given to you, and really celebrate that love within you and spread it out to the world. Don't fall in that ego trap of disappointment or lack or separation or anything like that. You don't need to. You're getting so much support. Divine intervention is truly here. really, it's I can feel it very strongly throughout me, and again, very urgent that you guys do hear this message, and hopefully this helps someone out there. There's much to accomplish, and that's why these unions are needed. So the perfect scenario is now being created. Understand that in terms of twin flames. Another thing, when you receive this guidance in regards to union, yeah, they are telling me that some of you out there will be questioning this guidance and will be so rattled and scared to do it. Because I feel like for a lot of you, it's like, well, why do I have to do it? You know, how about the other person? I've done all this work, and what have they done? And no, that is definitely something to be released in this twin flame dynamic at this time, because both parties are always doing work. Just because you're not seeing it happen, you have no evidence of it happening, does not mean that it's not happening. Definitely, both twins are doing the work that is necessary for each one in order to bring you guys together into a harmonious physical union. So if you are guided to take that step at this time, take an action, a physical action, again, physicality is what is highlighted here, then it's up to you, up to your free will choice. They're saying to take this action, that this action is divinely orchestrated, it's by divine will, and it is guided. Also, too, they just said to me just now, please release expectations, the mind, get the mind out of it, any ego expectations of what would be the result of taking this action. Surrender that. If you're getting the guidance to communicate without expecting, without dramatizing a response or dramatizing what you in your head, what you feel fantasy-wise you would like to experience. Anything that has to do with expectations does not belong in the twin flame dynamic. It is definitely about faith, about trust. Just trust that guidance. And again, it's up to you to act accordingly, but they just wanted to let you know out there that the union itself, the coming together, is being supported, and a lot of you are getting guidance to take action. Do it, and just leave it. Okay, so we talked about a lot of those things. I'm just going to see if there's anything else that the angels would like me to tell you at this time. There is. Okay. Stress. Okay. All right. The other thing that they're bringing up for some of you out there is some of you are going through some stress. They gave me the word stress. Okay. So they are encouraging those who are going through a lot of stress right now and a lot of worry. This is kind of working off of what we just talked about, but they're bringing in music for some of you. So this may resonate with some of you, may not resonate with other people, but they're bringing in music and sound healing as a way to bring you back to the present, to help you to release some of this stress, so that way you're only manifesting positivity and that you're not blocking yourself. A lot of you could definitely would be finding some peace with breathing and yoga and things like that, and meditation. So, okay, I see. Okay, this is why they're saying this. Because a lot of you are getting concrete guidance to take action, there are some of you out there where this is worrying you and stressing you out. Again, it has to do with expectation and the ego. So it's kind of triggering you to stress. Oh my God, if I were to do this, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to the people around me? What are people going to think of me? What happens if he or she does not do A, B, C, D, E, F, G? What are they going to? We have this whole mesh of different worries and concerns going on in the head. It's causing a lot of you to stress, and they're letting you know to release these types of fear-based thoughts and just act on the guidance with full faith and trust. And they're also definitely encouraging many of you to do things like listening to very healing music, things like yoga or Tai Chi. I just got getting out in nature, okay, because they showed me walking. So some of you can definitely benefit from just taking a breather and just being with the trees and being with Mother Nature and being out there and just staying present. They want you to stay present because there's just so much happening here that it's really best, and it's going to make you feel a lot better to just stay grounded with it all. I'm just going to check in with them and see if there's anything else that they want me to share at this time. No, they just said thank you. Okay. So that's pretty much it. And I hope that anyone out there who has been struggling or has been losing faith with things, that this has empowered you. The angels, every time I know they come through for me, and when they come through for clients that I read personally, it's such an amazing experience because they really touch on things that we really need to hear for our highest good in order to heal and to really get to the next step. We grow. And the next step here for many of you is having that really beautiful physical experience that all of you have been preparing for a long time. It's either with twin flame, it's with yourself, first and foremost, with yourself, with a twin flame, and also bringing that unification to the earth. So really beautiful times, despite, a lot of things, a lot of chaos that's happening in the world. There's also a lot of beautiful things happening this time in terms of support, divine support. So this is great. This is fantastic. And I'm wishing everyone so many blessings out there. If anyone would like to have a personal session with me, I do absolutely offer that. And we can get into more specifics in regarding your path, anything related to your path, your life purpose, any questions, health related, twin flame related. It's going to be very specific, very detailed in terms of what you're personally going through, but this is just in general. You can go to theparanormalpriestess.com and go to my services page, and you can find out all the info there. And so that's pretty much it. Love you guys, and I will talk to you in a bit. Remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Bye-bye.